Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this shockwave, a burst and looping with from just a single texture I used. So let's start this tutorial, and if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe it. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. Thanks for watching. Let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So if you have a sequence of your shockwave, of course you can make a sub UV out of it and that will look cool. But what if you have just a single texture? How you will use that? You will just put it in the material and just use it directly, and you will scale it instead of velocity. And that will be the same shockwave every time because this is a single texture. But what if you can do something like, if you have this and you can use per particle this part and randomly part of this. So how can you use that? And that will make your shockwave very different. So let's try that. So I'll just open one texture from here in my folder here, and maybe 15 or 16. Okay, and if I make a material of this, right click and create material, and here on planar particle color, and then multiply this with alpha and translate two-sided. So this is, you have now a single thing. Okay, save this, and now if I make a fx, and I'll use this material here. So when you have a round texture, this type of shockwave, you cannot use velocity there. It will not look good. You can instead use a size scale. So if I delete this also and this also, let's take a burst one, and then you can take the size and you can animate it like this. Okay, but it will not look good enough. Although you can tweak something in material, you can distort this texture. But what I'm gonna do is, uh, here I will take a scale UV from center. Then I'll take custom rotator. Okay, and then texture coordinate, and then a dynamic parameter. So I will rotate it from center. So this value will be 0.5. Then I will rotate it. So I need this angle, and I will scale it on X or Y. So I will make X, Y separately. So X and Y. So I'll just rename it X and Y. Okay. And because I was saying that I will use only this part per particle, then this randomly part. So this also should be faded part here. So I will take a, okay, I'll do that later so you will understand better. So I'll save it. So I have saved the material, and now in FX, if I take a dynamic parameter, so and actually I did something wrong. Actually for this I will just use 1 for scale, and I will also offset it here. I will offset this UV, and for that I need to add some value here, and I will add this X and Y. So I will scale the texture, I will rotate the texture, and I will offset the texture. So done with material. Now here I have this dynamic parameter. I will refresh it. Scale will be 1. So now with the rotation, of course, I can rotate it, and I will not add any value, so I can rotate it. Okay, 2.3.4 anything. And also let's make the size uniform for now, maybe 20. Turn off the mass. So now you can see I can rotate. So if I scale it little bit like this, it is cutting from the edge. And one more thing, I will reset the rotation. Okay, so I can scale it up like this. And now with this X and Y, these are my offset, so I can offset it. So I just need one axis actually, so let's take this one. Okay, now if I rotate, it will rotate from here. So I have that part what I was talking about in image, this part, but these are cutting from the edge from left and right. So I need to fade these, and I can even scale it more and then move it down here, and I can check if it's not cutting from our. So now I will use a texture coordinate, mask the red channel, then Sine, and make the Sine 2. So it will have gradient for both side, and then you can multiply it with your alpha. Save it. So now saved, and here in FX you have now faded part. Okay, and you can even use a power node here to fade it more. So I don't have much slot in my dynamic parameter, so copy and paste and make it 1 and rename it power. Oops, I forgot to save it. I forgot to connect this. So now here with this second slot I can make it faded. Okay, so now I have what I wanted. So now I will delete this burst, and I will use just spawn rate. It is 90 right now, and I'll take the shape location, and here I need torus, I think this thing, and then I need here velocity aligned, and then some velocity from point. Okay, it still look same because every frame is same. So in dynamic parameter, I have this angle. It goes from 0 to 1. So I'll use -1 to 1. So now every frame, every particle is unique. And then you can use scale color, curve, maybe zero point 0.7. After zero point 0.7, it will fade down. Cool. So with a single shockwave texture, you can do this thing. You can increase spawn rate if you want. Need to set the shorting. Okay, you don't need this much particles. Okay, so you can make like this, and you should use this size scale, and then non-uniform on X. I don't want to scale it, but on Y I want it to initially maybe 5, then become smaller, and also make this thing, and I'll tweak this curve, and also drag we need with curve maybe 3, 2, like this. It's cool. You have volume in your shockwave single texture now. And with burst, copy and paste. If we just use the burst, see, This look cool. I think need to increase the drag, and also the size I will randomize on Y. So maybe 1 and 2. See? So you have these things, two things. So I can duplicate this fx, Control C and V. And in this one, in second one, I'll delete the first one. And in first one, I'll delete the second one. So I have a loop and I have a burst. And then make these local. And I will drag these here. For now, I'm just increasing the spawn rate. Okay. And actually, I will tweak the material. I'll just add these things also in emissive. Now these are like bit brighter. So cool. You have this volume shockwave with a single texture. Also, you can do one thing in this gradient. You can use fade from the bottom also if you want. So for that you need mask. If I preview this, not red channel, green channel I need. Okay, then O and E. So it's fading from the bottom also. And then I can add this, not add, actually multiply these. Okay, so I have the side and the bottom faded, then connect it here. So now it looks better. And in the burst one, yeah, so that's it. I think it looks good. It doesn't have that light direction. So that's it. I think I'll finish this tutorial here. It is very quick and short tutorial. I don't know it you can use it somewhere or not, but I got the idea how to use the single texture in here like this, and it looks good also. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye bye. You can actually do one more thing here. So like if I open this first one, this looping one, because it's just taking that frame one time for one particle, but you can continuously rotate it so it will randomize that. Like if I do that. So this angle is now random. 1 and -1. Okay, so what if I keep adding some value on it? So if I copy this and add and then paste it in B, and in A I can add a curve, so it's adding some value or decreasing some value, but it is adding some value. So now you can see, cool thing. And then you can also randomize this curve 1 and -1. Okay, or maybe 0 and 0.2. So it looks more natural simulation, or -2 here. Okay, so the frame is not the same, it's just changing the simulation also. Maybe 0.5. 0.3 minus 0.3. Yeah, this looks cool. I'll just use 0 and 0.2, I think. That's enough. And same thing, I'll just copy this whole thing, and in the bust, I'll go here and paste it here. 0.3 minus 0.2, 0.2. Okay. So that's it now. You can do that also. I just see these are large frame changing.